Good morning, children. Welcome to Komandur Group of Schools online teaching. Children, yesterday we discussed about the reliefs of the physical divisions of the in the streams. We discussed about landforms, different landforms like lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. And we discussed about first order landforms, second order landforms, third order landforms. Today we go to another topic called the Pacific Ring of Fire. Children, today's topic is the Pacific Ring of Fire. So in this topic, the geologists observed several decades that the volcanic activity, earthquakes, they are all happening in the Pacific Ocean. So that in the Pacific Ocean where it is happening, they gave the name the Pacific Ring of Fire. Why means the major plates, the ending points are collided here, coming each other opposite directions and causing earthquakes and active volcanic activity happening in this place. So, volcanic activity occurring around the Pacific Ocean, so they named it as the Pacific Ring of Fire or Pacific Rim. See, children, so this is Pacific Ring of Fire. From North South America to Australia, in between this oceanic water, Pacific Ocean, in this place, the active volcanic activity, earthquakes are occurring. These found by the geologists several decades. So they named it as Pacific Ring of Fire or Pacific Rim. How air and water transform the surface of the earth. Children, see how air and water transform the surface of the earth. This process due to denudation. Denudation is a change. Denudation is a continuous process on the surface. These are having some principles like weathering, erosion, transportation, and deposition process. And in this process, first we discuss about weathering. We go through weathering. What is weather? The atmospheric conditions in a given place, in a particular time. A short period of time is called weather. So this weather is a short period of time. This weather only, if we take longer years, at least 30 years, it is called climate. So this weathering is giving impact on the nature. For example, if in mountains, a big rocks, these big rocks are slowly due to wind and weather, the continuous wind and weather, it becomes the topmost rock parts becoming weak or brittle. During summer and during winters, like in daytime, due to high temperatures, falls on the rocks, on the mountain places, falls on the rocks. They receive more insolation. What is insolation? The incoming solar radiation is called insolation. On these rocks, high temperatures falling time, it becomes some expand. These rocks become some expand. And at night times, it cools down. So this like days, months, years, hundreds of years, due to this happening time, this topmost part of the rocks are becoming weak or brittle. Slowly, it allows to make some cracks. So these cracks allows during rainy season, raindrops allowing into it. Wind and rainwaters makes it to make some pieces. These pieces separate from the parent rock, and this like weathering is causing the rocks to make brave. So many pebbles. And these pebbles coming from the mountains during rainy seasons, the river waters, the streams are bringing these pebbles into higher places to lower places and making it to form the debris or accumulation in some places. So this is called weathering. And another one, erosion. The washing out of topmost layer due to wind and weather is called erosion. Winds are so many types. There are steady winds, storms, etc. So these winds are helping to move the topmost layer, washing out the topmost layer to move one place to another place. Like water also helping this topmost layer to wash out and moving this debris one place to another place. This process is called erosion. And what this is happening after this debris is transported one place to another place, from mountains to plains. Mountains, plateaus, plains. Like this debris, all the parts which brought from the mountains through water, through rivers, through wind, they all transported one place to another place. So that process is called transportation. And another one, deposition. These river waters are the wind, the force winds which brought the debris. They are all accumulated when they reached from higher places, mountains to plains. They can't make it move as faster how they came from the mountains so much swift. This speed is reducing in plains and forms here deposition. So this process is called deposition. So these are the parts how air and water transform the surface of the earth. So these four are important: weathering, erosion, transportation, last one, deposition. See children, next topic is work of water. We already discussed that wind and water creating the natural forces to bring the changes on the earth's surface. How we now discussed about weathering, transportation, erosion and deposition. So in this deposition also, sedimentary rocks are forming, where all the debris are through rivers accumulating and bringing in the river courses, there which they brought, and in the oceans, the large quantity of layer by layer, this sand is forming sedimentary rocks. Like work of water also, like glaciers, rainwater, rivers, here forming the V-shaped valleys. V-shaped valleys. In the mountains, hundreds of years, the river streams or rivers course forming the V-shaped valleys. So V-shaped valleys are formed by rivers. Children, question comes, V-shaped valleys are formed by which one means? Rivers. Gorge. So these V-shaped valleys, if we see, the bottom is narrow and the top is wider. So it seems to be V-shaped by rivers formed valleys. Here gorges have some difference. How means? Here not V-shaped valley. The gorge is a hard rock. In this hard rock, when the river course, the river is moving, the water stream or river waters are not able to cut this rock. Why means it is hard rock. But several years after, slowly, this hard rock also cutting slowly and forms this hard rock in the two banks, equal distance, two banks, not like V shapes. So this gorge is having equal shape, both banks. So gorges are useful to construct dams. Gorges are useful to construct dams. Here in our state also one gorge is there. That name is called the Bison Gorge in AP. The Bison Gorge in AP. And Kenya. Kenyan also farming due to rivers only, but it is more deeper than gorge. More deeper and deeper, hundreds of thousands of years in the form of river going places, canyons are formed. These canyons are so deeper due to cutting of the rivers continuous hundreds of years. Canyon example is the Grand Canyon of Colorado in America. It is famous for its natural beauty. Here difference gorge and canyon what means? Canyon is in the bottom some narrow and in top some wider, but so deeper canyon. So that is the difference in these three V-shaped valleys, gorge and canyons. The work of water. And in that same, here water brings some changes. The waterfalls are most numerous in the mountains. So water streams are, the rivers are starting point is mountains. In these mountains, so many waterfalls are giving birthplace. In their journey, the waterfalls moving very fast from the mountains. When they fall in time, from high places to lower places, their waterfalls are forming. These waterfalls in their journey, creating from height, falling these waterfalls, where they coming to ground, they are forming plung pool. This is also rock only. This rock also cut by the force of waterfalls and form like a lake. This lake is called plung pool. See children, some images, sedimentary rocks. Water rivers brought the silt accumulated and they form layer by layer sedimentary rocks. See children here, V-shaped valleys. In the mountains, the river going place formed hundreds of years. This river course formed V-shaped valleys. V-shaped valleys, bottom narrow and top wider, V-shaped valleys. So V-shaped valleys are formed by rivers. Gorge. See children, this is gorge. So gorge, see the hard rock not allowed to form the V-shaped valley, but the rivers hundreds of years in this course they formed the two edges equal. This is called gorge. So these gorges are useful to construct dams. And example also we given in our state name Bison Gorge. So this is Kenya. In America, Colorado River Colorado formed this canyon. This is called Grand Canyon of Colorado. It is famous for its natural beauty in the world. Angel Falls, the highest waterfalls in the world. It is located in Venezuela on the river Churun. Its height is 979 meters. It is the highest waterfalls in the world. Angel Falls. See children, this is main deer. So this main deer forms by the rivers only during flood times. It changes the several courses. This main deer like snake. This river moving like snake. This water moving like snake is called river water main deer. So this main deer only sometimes due to floods. Again, this river changes its course. So it is called, it forms the, it forms this like lakes. In floods time, this river course changes its path, and before this side came river forms this like lake. This like lakes forming is called Oxbow Lake. Oxbow Lake. And this is world's second highest waterfall. This is world's second highest waterfall after Angel Waterfall. This name is Tugela Falls. It is located in South Africa country on the river Tugela. Its height is 947 meters. It is located in South Africa, second highest waterfall, named Tugela Falls. In our country, Jog Falls, highest waterfall. In our country, in India, highest waterfall is Jog Falls on the river Sharavati. On the river Sharavati, it is located in Karnataka state. Its height is 253 meters. Thank you.